This time, Islamic Secrets will reveal hundreds of non-Muslims entering the mosque in the Visit My Mosque event. More than 150 mosques in England open their doors to all British citizens, especially non-Muslims, to ask questions about the true Islam. The movement of hundreds of mosques to open their doors to non-Muslim residents is to fight misunderstandings about Islam related to the actions of radical groups in the name of Islam. More than 150 mosques in England are taking part in the movement called Visit My Mosque. Muslim leaders in England are united in fighting bigotry against radical groups who tarnish the name of Islam. The Visit My Mosque movement opened on Sunday afternoon UK time. This movement triggered many British citizens to come out of curiosity. The event was initiated by the Muslim Council of Britain, MSCB, which promised to answer all questions from mosque visitors. MSCB exempts visitors from all religious communities. MSCB also emphasized that no individual is considered prohibited from attending. Everyone is allowed to attend the event. One of the mosques that is the focus of this movement is the Islam Mosque in Birmingham, a mosque located in the second largest city in England, which is very busy with local residents. The mosque leader answered any questions regarding Islamic Sharia law. Not only that, the mosque leader also explained the Muslim view of Jesus, known as the Prophet Isa in Islam. This action was carried out by the mosque to fight a number of radical groups who were tarnishing the name of Islam. Jeremy Corbyn, leader of the Labour Party, the main opposition party in Britain, took part in the event. He visited the mosque in Finsbury Park, North London. Idris Sharif, a mosque member and NCB official, said the Visit My Mosque movement initiative aims to strengthen ties between Muslims and British society. We want to create dialogue, not debate. When you are arguing, you aim to win the argument, but when you are involved in dialogue, it means you are sharing your beliefs, he said. This movement was held in 2016. This year, the number of mosques taking part in the movement reached twice as many as before, starting with around 20 mosques in 2015, growing to more than 80 mosques in 2016 and more than 150 mosques in 2017, and now almost all mosques, those in England, took part in the movement. Visit My Mosque is basically an annual activity that has been taking place in England for 7 years. However, during the pandemic, Visit My Mosque activities can only take place online. Therefore, Visit My Mosque, which will be held this week, will be the first face-to-face activity since the pandemic. The activity of opening the mosque to the public is an effort to help people understand Islam better. Apart from that, this activity is also expected to close the gap that exists between the Muslim community and the general public. Visitors can hear the call to prayer, see the congregational prayer directly, and ask various questions to the mosque administrators. I have never been to a mosque in my life. I found out about this activity from Facebook and decided to take part, said a female visitor at the Great London Mosque Hall. And please note, the number of British citizens who converted to Islam reached a new record, namely more than 100,000 people. The Daily Mail reports that white women are the ones who have converted to Islam the most. 10 years ago, the number of British citizens who converted to Islam was 50,000 people. The study on this matter appeared in a report by Faith Matters, a multi-faith organization. The report stated that new converts to Islam considered their faith to be compatible with life in England. Converts generally do not think that British citizens are hostile to Islam, wrote the report. According to the report, around 5,200 people converted to Islam in the last year, and 1,400 of them lived in London. Almost two-thirds of converts are women, 70% of whom are white, and the average age is 27 years. In 2001, it was estimated that the number of Muslims in England was around 60,000 people. According to the report, only a small handful of them entered extremism. The survey was conducted by Kevin Bryce, an academic at Cincinnati University. He asked the converts about the negative aspects of culture in England. The converts answered that in their view, the negative aspects were alcohol and drinking. lack of morality and sexual permissiveness, and unrestrained consumerism. Many of the converts feared that immoral behavior would become the norm, as society increasingly not religious. 9 out of 10 female converts to Islam say their religion now leads them to dress more conservatively. More than half started wearing a headscarf, and 5% said they had worn a burqa. More than half also admitted that they experienced difficulties after embracing Islam because of negative attitudes from their families. Fayez Mughal, a director at Faith Matters, said, "Consuming Islam has long been stigmatized by the media and wrongly associated with extremist ideologies and discriminatory practices." One person who has now converted to Islam is Lynn Ali. At the age of 19, she converted to Islam and admitted that he was happy to have found a way to get out of his previous life. "I came to my old friend's 21st birthday party. When I entered the bar, I was wearing a hijab while everyone else was scantily clad. They were drunk, saying random things and dancing provocatively. For the first time, from someone else's perspective, I can see the life I used to have. I know for sure I won't go back to something like that. I'm very happy to have found a way to escape. This is who I really am. I'm happy to be able to pray 5 times a day and study at the mosque. I'm not a slave now." From a chaotic society.